Today is Thursday, July 9th. I'm here with Milton, Valle, no Y. We are discussing the student perception of self-paced, technology-based learning in summer school. Hi, Milton. How are you feeling today?
Great.
Great. What grade and subjects were you making up during summer school?
English 9B
Mm-hmm.
and English 9A.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about technology. What technology have you used before in school?
What do you mean? Like,
Do you ever use technology in your classes?
yeah, the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
They already started this year.
What do you use it for?
Work and Google Drive, Google Docs, write essays, and learn how to work Cyberpage.
Okay. Have you ever taken a class completely online like this before?
No, first time.
First time. What did you think it was going to be like?
That was going to be easy, but it wasn't as easy as I thought.
Why not?
Most of the questions are like, well, my teacher, he wasn't very specific
Mm-hmm.
on what I was supposed to do, so I wasn't clear, and it took too long for a response.
Okay. What was that like for you?
The response part?
Any of that? Teacher taking too long, not being specific, like what was that like for you trying to get through your classes?
I guess it made me feel more independent because I had to like do it with myself and try to get my own work done without him.
It's true. So do you think it's important to have a teacher guiding a class versus completely online?
Well, yeah, it's important because it's more of a fast pace, so that when you have a question to answer more accurately, and at the same time you ask the question, they don't have to wait for like a day.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's any negative aspects to having a teacher leading a class versus learning online?
We need the distraction parts, I guess.
What about it?
Like there's some kids that want to learn, some kids that don't. Teacher can't do anything about that.
You think in a regular classroom, the teacher can't control the kids being distracted? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you saying, tell me if I'm wrong, are you saying it's basically the same when it comes to whether or not you're going to work online versus in a classroom? If you're going to get distracted, you're going to get distracted?
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything particularly negative though? Like is the online class better than a traditional classroom because of any specific reason?
Well, I don't know, to be honest.
That's okay. I might have talked the question in a circle. So let's back up a tiny bit. You said it would have been more helpful to have a teacher in the classroom to answer questions
Yeah.
and to get back to you on your work, right? And that's traditionally what we have in a classroom. We have a teacher leading, answering questions, students are working. But this time we did it differently. You had an online class, right? Is there anything about a traditional classroom with the teacher that you don't like, that you think is negative?
Probably sometimes with like favoritism, that it'll help some students more than others.
Okay, good. That wasn't so hard. Technology, how comfortable are you with it?
Very comfortable.
Okay, so when you started this online course, did you feel comfortable with figuring it out, how to use it?
Only some parts I learned something new about the PDF on the part. So
Okay, so what was that like for you to try to figure it out on your own?
it was a struggle, and when I learned it, I guess I felt good.
Okay, great. Do you feel like you learned more or less than you did in your regular classes last year?
Wait, what do you mean? That I learned more?
In your online classes, do you feel like you learned, and do you feel like you learned more than you did in the classroom? Or less than you did in the classroom?
I think more, but at the same time, I want to say like it depends on the subject.
Mm-hmm.
There's other classes like math I'll probably learn better on a one-on-one teacher because
Okay.
there's more examples.
So it
And,
depends.
yeah.
What about this English? You
Well,
struggled with English last year, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, do you feel like you learned more in this online class than you did in the classroom?
Well, yeah, because of the pressure you have to pass.
Okay. Is that pressure you put on yourself or someone else put on you?
On myself.
Okay, that's good. Do you feel like you struggled more with the online class, or do you feel like you struggled more in regular classes?
On the online class because there's not a lot of people taking my class.
Which means what?
I couldn't get help from others.
Okay, so let's talk about that briefly. How did you feel about not excuse me.
Right.
How did you feel about not having opportunities to work with other students like you do in a regular classroom?
How do I feel what?
What?
How do I feel what?
Okay, so in a regular classroom, there's often opportunities for collaboration, working together, right? And social interaction. But there wasn't any of that here, really, because you guys were all taking different classes and it was independent work. How did you feel about that?
Well, I feel good in some parts because like you don't have to talk to anybody. You can do your own thing and just leave. Well, then when you have a question, it feels bad because like not everybody has the answer to it. So.
Right. Do you think group work, collaboration is important?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it gets other people's perspective and then you get helped easily, so the question is answered faster.
Okay, so what did you mean when you said you don't have to talk to anybody?
Like you could just do your own thing and leave. You don't have to like sidetrack sometimes when you're socializing in another group.
Okay. So your online teacher, you mentioned having to wait. What were your interactions like with your online teacher? What was your communication like?
Vague.
Okay. Did you get any feedback on your actual work?
Only when I send them wrong, yeah. Like how to send them correctly, they just say, oh, good job, or how to send it, or like what points I need to improve on.
So you did get feedback on what to improve on?
No, he didn't say what.
Oh, he did not.
Yeah.
You did not get feedback. Okay. Do you feel like that's valuable to get that kind of feedback from a teacher?
Yes, I could learn from my mistakes.
Okay, great. Okay, did you have technological issues? Yes, you had issues submitting, right?
Yeah.
And how did that make you feel about continuing to work?
Well, I decided just to skip it and move on and then wait for help.
Okay, did you feel like it was going to impact your grade?
Well, if I didn't turn it in, yeah, I was going to affect my grade, but I just felt like you had to move on. I guess skip it. You get frustrated sometimes.
Okay. Is there anything you enjoyed about learning online? If you have to pick something to enjoy about summer school and learning online.
When it was a new thing, that's why I enjoyed it, so probably a new experience.
Okay. What about the actual classes you were taking? Were they interesting or engaging?
Some articles were, some were just randomly, wasn't no interested.
What do you think caused you to be interested in some? Like, why were they interesting to you?
Like some topics about like the space programs. Since I want to be like a pilot, I guess that interests me.
Okay. Was there anything you particularly did not like about your classes? The actual content?
No, it was okay.
It's fine. Okay. Tell me a little bit about a time that you struggled with the content and what you did about it.
Well, first I asked for help. I asked you for help, and I don't remember like specifically which topic, but it was about. I'm gonna say about the brain thing, about like how some have like they were doing research about a brain or something like that. I wasn't really understanding, I guess because of the words. I had to look up words all the time. Lost sidetrack, so.
Tell me about that. What you were just starting to say. Looking up words, getting sidetracked.
Well, I guess I kind of quit after a little bit because I didn't understand it. So then I go back to it and try to revise and learn from the things, the words, try to connect it, but I didn't get most of it.
So do you think you got sidetracked like you started out with good intentions? You were looking up words and then...
I got sidetracked.
Got it. Okay. 2 more. Did you fail any of your assignments?
Yeah.
Why do you think you failed?
Because I probably didn't understand the context. Or I didn't understand, like, well, the instructions were very vague, like what I was supposed to do, so I didn't understand. So I guess I just quit and did kept moving on.
So how do you think that would have been different if you had peers or a teacher to consult with?
Somebody probably would have known the answer, and I would have probably did it right.
Okay, last one. It's an overall question. How did you feel about summer school? Do you think it helped prepare you to be successful next year, and how? Or not?
I think it's on your own, I guess. You get prepared by yourself. I don't think summer school will do anything about it. So you prepare yourself and not others. But it kind of helped. It's a tool that helped, like, to become successful.
Okay. What about what you had to do in these courses, the things you had to go through and figure out on your own? Did any of that help prepare you for next year?
Yeah, it brought out independent nature, I guess.
Okay. Do you think you'll be back?
Yeah, probably.
Why?
Not likely.
Is there anything you could do differently to avoid this?
Focus more and talk less.
How did it feel when you found out you had to take summer school?
Like a waste of time.
Okay. Anything you want to add about summer school, online learning?
Not really.
Okay.